Well, good morning, everybody. This is your Lona Trans Girl on her last little rip holiday extravaganza for 2025. I'm super poor, so I booked this quite a while ago and spent a bunch of money I didn't really have on a future surprise. But so I didn't want to back out of this. I would have lost the money that I paid for my excursion. So, I still haven't paid for the accommodations, though, so that's what's going to hurt. But I am going to my favorite place. I'm on my way to Bella Coola right now. I just passed through 100 Mile House and got an Americano from the Chartreuse News. And, yeah, I left super early this morning. It's 10 o'clock right now. I left at about 5 a.m. so I could boot this all in one go. It's kind of why I didn't take Masami. Like, not only is the weather supposed to be pretty shit for the rest of the week, but I also wanted to be able to get this trip done in one day instead of having to pay for hotels on the way there, because it's getting a little too chilly for this chicken to camp. I went with Peanut last week, and it's a little cold in the morning. He was shivering even, and he's got a fur coat on all the time. So yeah, join me if you want to. I'm going to check out some grizzly bears eating fish and some ancient indigenous petroglyphs, if I can find out where to meet the crew. And my camera looks incredibly crooked right now. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but anyway, I still got 6 hours to drive there, and I'll probably stop and faff about for a bit to stretch and stuff too, so I probably won't be there till 5 or 6. And Google Maps keeps telling me the road's closed, and Drive BC keeps telling me that it's open, so there's only one road in and out for this kind of car, so I'm not in my my overland vehicle. So hopefully it's open when I get there. Otherwise, this has been a big waste of time. But is it though? I mean, it's pretty up here. I like it a lot. And I'm hoping this trip to Bella Coola just gives me a little boost for the winter time. Winter's tough and it's long, and I don't have any holidays left till 2026. So it's all just depressing. So let's enjoy the sunshine for today. Hope there's no fires in the way. And I got a nice little cabin at the Rip Rap campground in Haggensburg, and see what the hill's like in a car. I'm actually a little more nervous about that than I was on my bike. It's wider and heavier, and I can't jump off of it. We'll see how that goes, anxiety-wise. But yeah, I got a cute little cabin at the Rip Rap. It's like no power, no water, it's just a bed and wood stove, and no rain and no bears can get me. That's what I'm hoping. So yeah, let's see how that goes, and I'll talk to you when I get there, probably. Okay. Well, good morning, my little dingoes. I'm not bothering to set up the microphone. What I have to say isn't that important. But I'm going on a bear watching river rafting tour this morning here in Bella Coola. We're meeting up at Tweedsmuir Park at 11:30. And I'm just getting ready, and I realized I forgot my toothpaste. So my mouth feels a little stepped on right now. And there's a grocery store just up the road, so I'm gonna take a walk and go and find it. But check out all these layers, dude. I don't think anybody's ever been more prepared for bear watching than me. I've got my battery powered shirt. Oh no, actually underneath that first I got merino wool base layer, battery powered shirt, Pearlie's possum hugger, hoodie for some extra head warmth. Then I'm bringing my rain jacket, got my rain pants, and my woolly ass leggings on. So even on the water, I think I should be warm. I'm starting to get pretty hot actually right now, so I'm gonna go to the store and get some toothpaste before my mouth grows fur. Okay, we'll see you in Tweedsmuir Park. And I'm probably not gonna say a lot because it's gonna be a crowd, but I'll bring my selfie stick, and I'll change the aspect ratio on this camera too, so maybe it's not so wide. Hopefully get a better view of some bear butts. If there's bear butts to view. Is that right? Should I be paying to look at bears' bums? Human dilemmas. Okay, talk to you later. Hey, back from the store. Just gonna make another coffee. I did get some toothpaste. There's a wide variety of toothpaste. My toothpaste was $1.99. They had toothpaste there for $11. It's toothpaste, right? I'm just surprised how much variety there is in something like toothpaste. Sometimes too much choice isn't a good thing. Yeah, I think I'm wearing maybe too many layers. I'm totally bundled up for a desert winter, even though this is like a coastal fall, so pains me to say it, but I think I'm gonna ditch the Pearlies. Might be overkill for today. And at least I'll still have battery power. If I do get cold, I can turn that on. But I still got a rain jacket to put over. Anywho, let's make some coffee and get this show on the road. Sad story while I'm waiting for my water to boil about my Pearlie's possum hugger. I shrunk the shit out of it by accidentally throwing it in the dryer with the rest of my stuff one day. And so it's almost uncomfortably small. I've been trying to, and hoping to stretch it out, and it's not really working, so I think I'm gonna surprise my oldest daughter when she comes home and gift it to her. She's smaller than I am, and she's living in Calgary for the winter, so she probably needs it more than I do anyway. I'm just a huge pussy. I like being super warm all the time. But, yeah. Even though it's the most expensive piece of clothing I've ever bought in my life, I think I'm gonna have to buy another one. Which really sucks, but they're that good that I would actually buy another one. Back to coffee. Well, hey everybody. I just got back from the bear viewing rafting tour, and it was really interesting. And it was the guide had a lot of like interesting things to say about the fish cycle and just how important those little fishies are to the ecology of the area. And he had a lot of sad things to say about wildlife management. And apparently Bella Coola has a people problem with attracting bears and not doing very well in keeping the areas like safe for bears not to come in and eat garbage and stuff. So he said like a few years ago a conservation officer came in here and shot like 22 bears in the 2 years she was here or something. And so yeah, we only saw one bear on the trip today, but he's like, in the past couple days, that's actually pretty good. We haven't been seeing a lot of bears, and I think that instance probably triggered an effect. So he said that the grizzlies being gone, it kind of opens up a vacancy, and more of the bears are heading into like they're filling that void by going into old orchards and eating apples and stuff. It was really an interesting take to hear someone who's spent his whole life here and is very passionate about the wildlife in the area. It was interesting to get his take on all that. And it's honestly kind of sad that we have a Ministry of Environment and a person called a conservation officer, and they come in here and just kill animals instead of making things safer for them. Like, I guess it's cheaper and easier to shoot a bear than to get someone to clean up their yard waste. But what's more important at the end of the day is these animals and their habitat and their safety and their right to live, or you're just being messy and thinking that's your right to be a slob is destroying those animals' lives. Kind of a sad takeaway from a really, really beautiful float down the Anarco River. If any of you may be keen-eyed, this is Mount Stupendous behind me, and it's actually the circle from my channel label. So when I actually took it with a tripod and I was standing on this picnic table that I'm sitting on looking out over the mountain, it's absolutely stunning. Like, I can't even look into the camera lens because I'm looking at the screen to see it in the background. It's very beautiful. That was one of the things we learned too. It's on that side of the valley, the mountain peaks were a little higher than the ice fields and the glaciers, so the peaks kind of got to keep their peakiness. And if you look over on this side, the peaks are much more rounded. They're a little bit lower in elevation, so they the tops of those actually got ground down by the glacier. Yeah, let's just go show you a nice picture of Mount Stupendous, and then I'll get on my way and go smoke a joint. But if that image doesn't stir your spirit, you're probably dead. Sorry to inform you. I could look at that all friggin' day. I love this place.